Population dynamics, increasing populations and the environment. Throughout this presentation, I will provide insight on the dangers of growing populations, global warming, and the overall effect it has on our planet. That brings us to my question of study. Does the rate at which population is increasing correlate with the environment and the rise of global warming? It is important to ask this question in order for us to understand what we as a society are doing to our environment and the possible dangers that are being created due to the variety of emissions within the atmosphere of the Earth. So, what is global warming? Global warming is the gradual increase in the overall temperature of the Earth's atmosphere to greenhouse effect caused by carbon dioxide and other pollutants. How do we know that global warming is real? Over the last 200 years, there has been a significant increase in carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere. Minor warming events during the climate optimum occurred about 7,000 years ago, resulting in a slight melting of the Ice Age during the 17 and 1800s. The polar ice caps located in many places all over the world are breaking and thinning at an alarming rate, damaging habitats to many wild animals. If the rate at which the emissions continue to grow, many Arctic animals like polar bears, whales, and seals will no longer have safe habitats, eventually causing them to go extinct. For many years, global warming has been a predominant issue. Although it is widely talked about in schools, there is never much effort to put a stop to it. How can we stop or prevent global warming? There are many ways that global warming can be prevented. For example, we can reduce, reuse, recycle, carpool, use public transportation, use solar energy, use energy-efficient appliances, turn off electric devices, use clean fuel, eat wisely, cut back on waste, and spread awareness. Can you think of other ways that global warming can be prevented? So you may be wondering, why does the population have anything to do with this? Well, human population is increasing rapidly. Scientists believe that this is a major factor contributing to global warming. The increase in population means a greater demand for oil, gas, coal, and other fuels that contribute to the carbon dioxide emissions in the Earth's atmosphere. According to the United Population Fund, population increased from 1.6 billion to 6.1 billion in just the 20th century alone. They believe that developing countries such as China will contribute to more than 50% of global carbon dioxide emissions in the next 35 years. Countries like the United States currently consume about 5% of the world's population. However, they are responsible for 25% of the total carbon dioxide emissions put into the atmosphere. Environmentalists worry that the planet will not be able to sustain the projected population of 9 billion in the next 50 years. How do we prevent this from happening? Well, the key is to control the rate at which families are reproducing. Under the current environmental conditions, a child born in the United States will be responsible for 7 more times the carbon dioxide emissions than a child born in China. Each child in the United States will add just over 9,000 metric tons of carbon dioxide to the carbon legacy of an average parent. Studies show that one child can produce 20 times more greenhouse gases than a person will save by driving a high-mileage car, recycling, and using energy-efficient appliances. Over the next 80 years, the United Nations predict that there will be an increase of more than 900 million people in just a few countries. There is a projected 242% increase of people in Afghanistan, 344% in Iraq, 400% in Nigeria, and 40% in the United States. Environmentalists question the Earth's ability to sustain all these people. The rise in population means a rise in demand for energy. Energy is obtained through the use of gas, oil, and coal, essentially contributing to the carbon dioxide emissions in the atmosphere. An important industry that uses all these toxins is the food industry. 70% of the Earth's usable water is used for food production, while 40% of all land is dedicated to agriculture. Though food is crucial to our survival, the industry requires a great deal of energy to generate basic materials, manufacturing, transportation, use, and disposal. So, with all that being said, what will happen to our planet if we do not reduce global warming? The Malthusian theory suggests that as populations grow, countries will strip their resources, leading to hunger, thirst, and environmental degradation. The rapid increase of populations also adds to the extinction of many species. Extreme weather conditions will increase, such as flooding and droughts, and sea levels will rise significantly. What are you going to do to put an end to this?